I've owned the Casio GW-M5610U for over 2 years now, and it is my favorite G-Shock I've ever purchased. I started with the inexpensive Casios like most people do, but at some point you are going to want to try out a G-Shock, and there's so many models to choose from. So if you want to find out why I like this G-Shock so much, here's my top 5 reasons why I think the Casio GW-M5610U might just be the best G-Shock ever. First is the size and comfort. The GW-M5610U is the absolute perfect size for a daily wear watch. With a width of 43mm and a depth of just below 13, it makes it incredibly comfortable for most wrist sizes. The resin case and strap are so light you really don't even notice it. It only weighs in at 52 grams. The strap itself is incredibly comfortable, and there is a big difference between the straps you find on a G-Shock and the ones you get on the cheap Casios. It stays in place perfectly, you don't find it wants to creep out and bulge on you. It has a metal tang rather than a plastic one, which looks better and holds things in place well, and then the strap lock keeps the strap in position exactly where you expect it to be. It is one of the, if not the most comfortable watch I own, and it fits under any sleeve I've ever worn it with. Next is the features. This has pretty much all of the features that you're going to want to find in a Casio watch. It has a 24-hour timer. My only complaint is it's not an auto repeating timer. I really do wish it had that function on it. You get a full 3-function stopwatch, the regular sort of stopwatch time, a first and second place, as well as a split time. But if you're like me, you'll probably only use the default sort of stopwatch setting, and even then, not that much. It has a world time feature with 5 different slots to keep track of different times, and then it has that time swap feature, meaning you can swap your current time zone out for a time zone you're traveling to, and then all of your alarms still go off the exact same time just for that new time zone. You get 5 daily alarms, and one of them can be a snooze alarm, and it's decently loud, but not loud enough that I would trust it to be my only alarm clock. It has an auto calendar up to 2099, so that means this will always have the right date, even considering leap years. It also has a full auto LED backlight with afterglow. That means when you raise your wrist up to see the time in the dark, the light turns on automatically. You don't have to press a button or anything like that, which just makes it so much more convenient to use. And the nice thing is it also has afterglow, meaning you just have to touch the button and then it's going to stay illuminated for either 1 to 3 seconds. You can decide. Next is Multiband 6. Multiband 6 is going to automatically sync the time on this watch to a central atomic clock over radio waves, meaning your watch is always going to be at the exact right second. It does this every day, and in fact, it'll try to do it up to 6 times a day, but as soon as it does it on that day, it won't try the remaining times, so it's not going to do it 6 times a day, it'll do it up to 6 times a day if it doesn't get it on the first 5 tries. Multiband 6 doesn't work over the entire world, but over the vast majority of the planet, you will get that sync, although you might need to find a sweet spot in your house that it'll pick up the signal at night. It does a lot better near windows or the exterior of your home rather than right in the middle of it. The watch itself is crazy accurate. It's plus or minus 15 seconds a month, but with that Multiband 6 sync, you know you are exact to the very second completely accurate. Next is the solar charging. Although many Casios boast a battery life of 10 years, having it charged by the sun is better. They call the solar charging Tough Solar as it's a G-Shock, but it will completely power and operate your watch. You don't need to worry about plugging in a cable or putting this on a charger to charge, and you also don't need to open up the back of your watch to change out the battery, which if you do it wrong can affect the water resistance. G-Shocks are supposed to be tough, rugged, end of days type watches, and having a watch that gets all of its power from the sun really adds to that continuum. And it also doesn't need constant, bright sunshine to charge. Once you have this thing up to a full charge, once you see that H on there, this is pretty much going to retain that full charge all the time if you wear it regularly. It'll charge from indoor lighting or it'll charge on a cloudy day. So with that Multiband 6, solar charging, and then auto calendar up to 2099, it really is an ultimate set it and forget it kind of a watch. Finally, I love the iconic look. And the Casio GW-M5610U is based on the original square G-Shock shape. I own a bunch of different inexpensive Casios as well as G-Shock watches, and I really do think this square shape is probably the best one. The face is big enough to give you all the information you want without any extraneous info, and I really like the colors and the design of the watch. It has these nice pops of colors with red, blue, and gold on there, and it also has this chain or grid pattern on the very exterior, so there's a lot of depth to this simple watch face. You have the regular style of stick digital display, but you also also get a much finer dot matrix display in this little window. The finer resolution of the dot screen makes it easier to read text in that area, and this watch also has a feature that will show you the current time even when you're looking at your stopwatch or your timer, which is a must-have feature. It retains that nice rugged look of a G-Shock, but doesn't necessarily make you look like a special forces operative. It's simple and straightforward without being boring. So if you're looking for a G-Shock that's the perfect blend of comfort, features, and style, you should definitely check out the Casio G-Shock GW-M5610U. Whether you're looking for a new daily driver, or you want a rugged and reliable watch, or you're just looking for an iconic timepiece, this definitely fits the bill. With all the different watches that I own, this one still gets worn the most overall, and if I had to hone my collection down to just one watch, I would go with this one, the Casio GW-M5610U. But what about you? What's your favorite Casio watch? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.